My name is Ashley Daniel, or Ash, as most people who know me call me. If you would have said in high school I'd still be in college at age 30 working on a degree, I would have given you a big belly laugh and responded, yeah, right, no way. But as I sit here creating this video and with my blanket and tea in hand, I laugh back and almost mock my younger version of me. Life is an interesting concept, but I've learned to not only love my journey, but to embrace it and own it at all costs. The manner in which you do that for yourself has proven to me, time and time again with finality, kind of shows you what you're made of. From the outside looking in, my life is busy. Who am I kidding? My personal life is crazy and about 100 miles per hour at any given moment. But sometimes I laugh and I think that this would make a heck of a television sitcom, or if I was to be honest, I think we can share a mutual truth in that. I love my chaotically organized life, and I don't think if a genie came at this very moment, I'd trade it for anything in the world. I am one of those massive believers that the universe has a bigger plan, so you might as well trust it, go with it, and learn with it. My personal belief is if you go against it, it has a funny tendency to put you right back exactly where you are, and regardless, it puts you as a pawn in its own personal and magical game board. I am many things in this life, and I wear a lot of hats. But above all else, and first and foremost, I am the mother of two amazing young men that mold me into the best human I can be, simply put, every day. At a really extremely young age, I had Caden, who is currently a handsome, taller than me, even though I don't want to admit it. He is. Oof. He's a 14-year-old and freshman in high school, newly found baseball player on his high school team. And then there's Liam, who is a fireball of energy, currently 10 years old and taking over the world in his 5th grade class as we know it. They've taught me a lot more than I think I could have ever taught them, even though I may not always admit that to them. And they've given me, by far, some of the best gifts I could have ever received. Polar opposite in personality, and brothers that fight like daily, like it's World War III, to the death. And in our house, you better learn how to dodge a Nerf bullet. That's all I'm saying. Although I wouldn't suggest picking a fight with one of them individually, as they like to save that for each other, and for each other only. They keep me light and on my toes. Always on my toes. They gift me smiles and laughter that you could say is my purest form of fuel. And then there's Atticus, my first dog ever, and a whopping 4-foot, 140-pound baby, Scooby-Doo-like of the gentle giant breed Great Danes, and he is my cherished spirit animal. There's a quote by Mark J. Asher, and it says that a dog is one of the few things in life that is exactly how it seems. So with that, you can take it and form a nutshell gain of general idea of my feelings towards my third child. That is a fur baby, absolutely. We live in a small city, in a very old farmhouse I spent this past fall rejuvenating. We are so blessed enough that we get to see the sunsets of Lake Erie up against it every day. I'm obsessed with water and continue to find ways to make myself be by the water, because I love all of its antics as well as the colors blue and green. This past summer, I became a yoga instructor, which is something I am extremely passionate about. It was my saving grace, and still is. And I encompass all of the ideas and the lifestyles that it has a tendency to also incorporate. The last 3 years have probably been the most dynamic and significant aside from the birth of my little men. Filled with change and a lot of finding yourself and getting comfortable there, as they say. All of those attributes tucked in. I came from a former general manager of a corporate restaurant and bar for nearly 10 years, and I loved it. But something sparked inside. Not that I disliked my job, but I did love my job. It just simply wasn't satisfying me enough and giving me room to expand in the ways I wanted to venture out and explore life with. We always have that feeling, right? There's something more. We gotta find it. We gotta find where it strikes. We gotta find where it hits home. So, starting from scratch, I created a new way of living, right back down, stripped to the bare basics, and simplifying anything and everything I could. Why? People said I was crazy. But for me, it was for balance, for stability, and for growth where the motives behind my every move are in and still hold true to today. People say, wow, Ash, Hiram College, that's awesome. I've heard so many great things about them. Good for you. Can't wait to see you at the finish line. But then people also say, integrated environmental studies, what exactly are you going to do with that? And to be honest, I couldn't really tell you exactly what I'm going to do with that. I can only simply tell you a few things. That I love the outdoors and I want to make a difference. In my own personal beliefs, I can tell you through personal affirmation that Mother Nature has healing powers, and there is something to be acknowledged in the idea of how we live today. All the bustle and the conveniences of technology are beautiful if not overused, but I believe there will come a day that it would be in our best interest to get a little bit more in touch with the hidden mysteries and simplicities of our planet Earth and everyday surroundings. To root into that, to tap into that, to connect to that. The population of the world is very heavy on the technology side, on the scale, so to speak, and all its infinite capabilities. And although I am not knocking them because I love them, they're easy, they help me out, they make things more manageable. It provides a lifestyle I can say that I'm slightly dependent on. But what I can say is, who knows what the future holds for any of us? The earth, our environment, our technology, our love, our compassion for one another are all such powerful tools. So to eventually create something, integrating these all together, to build something that would maximize personal happiness and quality of life, well, I'd say that's exactly what I intend to do with my academic career. Education never ends, and I intend on never ending to immerse myself in it. To find new ways and forms of happiness and health is the end goal, and to share it with all that who will listen. Who knows? Maybe I'll accomplish that by me, as the writer. By an author unknown, he once wrote, an old Cherokee told his grandson, my son, there is a battle between two wolves inside us all. One is evil. It is anger, jealousy, greed, resentment, inferiority, lies, and ego. The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, humanity, kindness, empathy, and truth. The young boy thought for a minute and then looked up and said, Grandfather, which wolf wins? The old man quietly replied, the one you feed. Namaste.